I want you to imagine a tree. Not just any tree, but an old, wise one. Standing tall, its bark weathered by time, its roots deep and unshaken. This tree has seen storms. It's lost branches, endured harsh winters, and bloomed again in the spring. But have you noticed what it never does? It never explains itself. It doesn't apologize for the leaves it's lost. It doesn't rush to prove that it's still strong. It simply stands, silent, grounded, and whole. That's what aging with wisdom looks like. You reach a point in life where you realize you no longer owe the world an explanation. If this message already speaks to you, pause for a second, tap subscribe. Because on this channel, the insightful elders, we remind you that growing older is not losing yourself. It's finding your peace. Segment 1, the power of stillness. As we grow older, something within us shifts. When we were younger, silence often felt uncomfortable. We filled it with noise, opinions, arguments, and explanations. We want to be understood, validated, accepted. But as the years unfold, something remarkable happens. We start finding comfort in quiet. Silence stops feeling like absence and starts feeling like presence. It becomes a space where you can finally hear your own soul speak. The older you get, the less you feel the urge to argue. Not because you stopped caring, but because you've started caring differently. You realize that peace is far more precious than being right. You stop chasing understanding from others because you finally understand yourself. And in that stillness, something beautiful begins to bloom, clarity. Clarity that you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Clarity that not every phone call needs answering, and not every opinion needs correcting. Clarity that silence can sometimes speak louder than words ever could. If you believe peace is priceless, take a second and like this video. It helps this message reach others who need that same reminder. Segment 2, protecting your energy is sacred work. When you're young, you treat your energy as if it's infinite. You pour into everyone, your children, your job, your relationships, your responsibilities. But one day, you wake up and realize something. Your energy is not endless. It's a sacred, limited resource, and how you spend it determines the quality of your days. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's survival. It's wisdom. Every time you say yes when your heart wants to say no, you are quietly depleting your spirit. Every time you engage in gossip or conflict that drains your peace, you're giving away energy that you'll never get back. Not everything that demands your attention deserves your energy. Not every person who asks for your time deserves access to it. You've spent decades holding the world together. Now it's time to hold yourself. Take walks alone. Sit in stillness. Let the phone ring. You don't owe anyone instant responses or constant access to your presence. Your peace is not up for negotiation anymore. Protect it as you would your health, because they're deeply connected. Segment 3, the freedom to stop explaining yourself. There comes a beautiful turning point in life, usually after 60, when you wake up one morning and feel lighter, not because your circumstances changed, but because you stopped over-explaining yourself to people who never truly listened. You stop justifying your choices. You stop apologizing for setting boundaries. You stop explaining why you don't attend every event, why you prefer solitude, why you guard your mornings like sacred time. And for the first time, you realize you don't need their permission to live in peace. You've spent years showing up for everyone else. Now you're showing up for you. That's not selfishness. That's maturity. People may not understand your silence. They may label it as distance or disinterest. But silence isn't withdrawal. It's choosing your peace over unnecessary noise. You don't have to defend your calm. Let your life, your energy, and your peace speak for you. If you've ever been misunderstood for choosing peace, drop a comment. You'll be surprised how many people feel the same way. Segment 4, joy is your responsibility, not theirs. For most of your life, you were taught to find joy outside yourself. In relationships, success, approval, or your role as caretaker. You gave and gave, believing joy would eventually find its way back to you. But the secret no one tells you is this. Joy doesn't return automatically. You must go and reclaim it. Joy is not handed to you by others. It's not hidden in someone's love, your children's happiness, or your possessions. It's already within you, waiting to be chosen, not earned. Even in the quietest days, joy lives in small things. The warmth of a cup of tea, the way sunlight hits your favorite chair, the laughter in old memories, the feeling of being at peace with yourself. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about being present enough to see the beauty in the imperfect one you already have. Remember, no one else is responsible for your happiness anymore. Not your children, not your spouse, not society. Joy is an inside job, one only you can complete. So wake up every morning and ask, what can I do today that nourishes my spirit? And do it unapologetically. Because the truth is, the world doesn't get brighter when you dim yourself for others. It shines when you choose to glow again. Segment 5. Letting go of what you cannot control. With age comes a gentle, liberating truth. Not everything is yours to fix. You can love deeply and still let people face their own consequences. You can care without carrying everyone's pain. You can guide without taking control. There's freedom in realizing that everyone has their own path, and some lessons can't be taught, only lived. You've done your part. You've given advice, extended help, offered love. Now, it's time to step back and trust that life will teach others what they need to learn. You're not abandoning them. You're giving them space to grow. You are not cold for protecting your peace. You are not unkind for choosing rest. You are simply wise enough to know that your spirit matters too. And perhaps the hardest, but most freeing truth of all, you cannot please everyone. You are not here to meet every expectation. You are here to live with peace in your heart and purpose in your days. If that resonates, hit subscribe. This community is your reminder that it's never too late to protect your energy and start living lighter. Segment 6. The gentle are boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They're gates that decide what comes in and what must stay out. For decades, you might believe that love meant sacrifice, that saying yes made you kind and saying no made you cold. But now you understand the truth. Boundaries are an act of self-respect. They are love directed inward. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you've learned to care without losing yourself. You can say, I love you, but I need rest. You can say, I understand, but I won't engage in this argument. You can say no without guilt, without over-explaining, without fear. The people who truly value you will understand. And those who don't, well, they were only comfortable when you were overgiving. Boundaries are not selfish. They are sacred. They are the fence that guards your garden of peace. So, say no more often. Say yes only when it feels right. And remember, protecting your peace doesn't make you distant. It makes you whole. Segment 7. Embracing the next chapter. There's a quiet beauty in this stage of life. A peace that comes from knowing that you don't need to chase, fix, or prove anymore. You realize that aging isn't about losing time. It's about gaining perspective. You begin to notice the small miracles you once rushed past. A morning breeze through the curtains. A memory that makes you smile instead of ache. The comfort of your own company. This is not the end of your story. It's simply a new chapter. One that's written slower, softer, and with greater purpose. You've carried the world long enough. Now it's time to carry yourself with grace, patience, and self-love. Remember this. Peace is not a luxury. It's your birthright. And at this point in your journey, protecting it is your greatest act of wisdom. Final message. You have nothing left to prove. You've already done the hard parts. The building, the giving, the explaining, the surviving. Now your only job is to be gentle with yourself, to be grateful for your breath, to be proud of how far you've come. You're no longer defined by what you do for others. You're defined by the peace you create for yourself. So like that old tree, stand tall. Let your silence speak for you. Let your roots remind you that you've already weathered storms. And let your calm become your strength. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Insightful Elders for more weekly reflections on peace, aging, and inner strength. Because your story isn't over. It's just beginning again in peace.